La 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 la.
That was so aggressive.
There's a fork in the shot.
I don't know why I'm like.
You drunk?
No, not anymore.
I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
It's because we're not in our usual decorated podcast room.
This is so much more decorated.
Maybe that's why we're out of our element.
Welcome back to Catching Up with Katie. So we are actually coming to you from Ocala, Florida. We are here for the horse show at the World Equestrian Center. It's the Sudden Impulse Futurity. We also did a few other things while we were here. Now, it's the end of it's the end of our trip now. We've been here for forever. It's like 2 days too long, in my opinion. But, yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. It's kind of like that fourth day, I'm ready to head home. From anywhere. It doesn't matter where we are. I'm ready to be back home. So these three are actually going to drive home. They're going to probably beat us. We're going to fly home tomorrow. They all had the option to fly, by the way.
I'm a big driver.
They had the option to fly. But what was y'all's, I guess, favorite part of the trip?
Golf.
Oh my god.
Golfing was your favorite part?
So your favorite part excluded both of us.
He had never been.
I had never been, and I'd honestly talked down about golf a lot. Because I had buddies that golfed, and it always got in the way of doing other things that I wanted to do. And turkey season is always golf, and it's,
You enjoyed golf more than stepping into Diagon Alley for the first time?
I really did.
You enjoyed
That's
golf
sad.
more than getting a wand. Why do we not have our wands? Why do we not have our wands?
AQHA wand! Wait, you need a wand for that.
Can you bring the bag? But anyway, so I was golfing this morning.
Yeah, put a pause on that. I need you to dive in. Yeah,
Now we're ready. Okay, so we came here for the horse show. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be like this the entire time.
AQHA frog.
Children, I was supposed to be showing at this horse show, and that would have been a whole lot more exciting than some of the days that we sat through because it was hot. Sometimes we were watching like certain trainers that we were here to, film and make videos about and things, but there would be like 5 classes in between, and that would be like 2 hours. So obviously the next horse show we go to, I'm really hoping that I'm showing Denver. He unfortunately had an abscess pop up like 2 days before we left, and so he just stayed home. So the trip looked a little bit different with me not showing, but we still had fun, and then one day we went to Universal. So I think you can figure out where we spent a lot of time at Universal. Whose wand did you get?
Dumbledore's.
You got Dumbledore's
Pretty
wand.
elder wand.
Yes.
You got
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's.
I got the one.
The one.
The wand?
Yep, that's the one.
It's the ugliest one, though.
I don't think so.
No.
No, I think
Cooler ones.
it has that weird
Little
thing in the middle.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
A little weathered.
Mm-hmm.
I got Hermione's. I think it's the prettiest. It has like leaves going all the way down it. I love it. I've wanted this wand the entire time.
I got Luna's.
I like the tulip.
It is the prettiest because
Oh.
it has a tulip.
Okay. we did get very dainty feminine ones. And then they
I
got...
love Luna.
We got thick man.
Is mine
stuff.
longer?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It doesn't matter.
No, I like the shorter one.
Jonathan got Voldemort's.
Got whose?
He...
Voldemort.
Run that back.
Voldemort?
First off, you can't say his name.
First off, don't speak his name. Second off,
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
That's his name.
Almost.
Voldemort. It's Voldemort.
Voldemort. He's not the Tennessee Voldemort.
Oh my gosh.
Voldemort.
But Jonathan, literally, we sent him off. We were like, go get your wand. And he comes back with Voldemort's. And we were like, that's Voldemort's. And he's like, it looks like an antler. I'm like, okay.
It does.
It's pointier.
It's got a good hook on it.
It
I
does
will
have a
say
hook.
I'm so jealous. So we did the whole interaction thing where you go in and it's like a live, it's a skit obviously, but you go in and it's not Ollivander. What did he say his name was? It's like another wizard with,
I don't know. It wasn't Ollivander though.
but
But
he,
it was super cool.
but I was under the impression that he was going to hand us all a wand. It
know.
It ended up being just one
That would have
little.
taken a long
It
time.
ended up being just a little child that had the cape on.
Yeah, I
And-
know. So we didn't
Man,
get a
if
chance
that
at it.
didn't change her life, I bet.
I know, but I
know.
secretly was like, man, dude, if that was me.
I know.
Because, okay, spoiler alert,
Spoiler alert.
because this is what it was the coolest thing, and it probably did change her life.
KVS podcast.
We did try to see the dragon breathe fire like a gajillion times and only caught it once because we kept missing it. Basically, Universal has the entirety of Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade and like all this stuff, whether it be at the Adventure Island, Hogsmeade's at Adventure Island, and then Diagon Alley's at regular Universal.
Diagonally.
Yes.
Diagonally. What did he say, dear? Diagonally. I thought he did.
Diagonally.
First 3 movies. Good.
No one's gonna want to watch
literally
this.
rewrite the script.
No one's gonna want to watch this.
So we also have
Birdie bots every.
Birdie
flavor of
bots every flavor of beans.
We're gonna make Matt eat them.
beans. They
and
mean every flavor.
A chocolate frog.
Yes.
It's the cards you want. Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard with them.
What did you think about the
I hope it's not
butterbeer?
Dumbledore.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good.
I brain freezed myself.
Me
Mid.
too.
Mid?
The frozen
Mid.
was the way to go though. I definitely would not have liked it.
No, I
If
think
it wasn't frozen.
it was good. It was just a little too sweet for me.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
can
say it's
appreciate
basically
it,
like
though.
a cream soda?
Yeah,
I don't know what I thought it would be, but not that.
it was very like foamy.
It was like British cream soda.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a little different.
Okay. We went into a lot of like those simulation, whatever. The
Yes.
Harry Potter one was good.
It was
You
good.
wouldn't go in it.
No, I wouldn't
would have
go
liked
in
it.
because the other 2 simulation
The
rides
flying one was
made me
good.
want to throw up.
The flying one was really good.
The flying one was really good. I did it twice. I did it once by myself, and I sat next to a little child.
I'm not gonna lie either. Like on all those simulations, even like the Spider-Man one, like because you were enough blocked from everybody else that you could be in your own world, and I was like
Yeah.
pretending like I was on the room and stuff. I was getting into it. Like for this 45 seconds of a ride that I have, then I'm gonna be in it.
I was like, this is so cool, whatever. My cheeks hurt by the end of every single one of them because I was just like,
From smiling.
yes, I was like a little kid. So that was a really fun time. We got there at the doors opening and
Yeah.
stayed until, should we go get the wizard chest?
I'm
Dang,
saying that
that'd be
should be the
crazy.
centerpiece.
Yeah,
Should that be the centerpiece?
That up.
Okay, we went and got this stuff.
AQHA wizard.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, you got it.
Jonathan AQHA wizard.
Imperio. bring the chest in.
We're such nerds. Okay, well, we went and got the wands. Y'all go get the chest set.
Thank you, Jess.
All right, here we go. I can just apparate. We can just apparate. 1, 2, 3. A lot better. A lot better. Not bad for my first time.
And now, a word from our sponsor. Time to take a moment to say thank you to today's video's sponsor, which is Ladder. If you've been following for the last year, you know I've been on a weight loss journey, a health journey, getting back into the saddle journey of going back into horse shows and being a lot more active with my horses. And with that comes strength training. I don't personally have the time to always go to the gym or the time to plan workouts. And to be honest, I don't have the knowledge to make myself strong and know what to do to be efficient. And so that is where Ladder comes in handy. No more random workouts, no more guesswork, no more trying to figure things out and not being sure and not being effective. It's like having a personal trainer in your headphones. And I'm like you. I don't want to start something and pay for it without knowing what it's like or what it even offers. So, Ladder is offering you a 7-day free trial no credit card needed. So it takes all of that hassle out of it. So if you're ready for a journey of convenient self-improvement, go ahead and download Ladder. Use the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. So there wasn't a whole lot that I wanted. I didn't want robes. As soon as I saw this, I wanted it. And so we saw it at the very beginning of the day, and then we came back for it on our way out because it's huge. So we've gotten into chess over the last few months, and Wizards chess, it's just something sweet about it. So this is coming home. That's also the reason they're driving, is to take this home.
Yes, we prepared for such things.
It's not the actual reason, but it's a benefit of being able to put it in the car. So anyway, this was
Knight to F3.
I am a little disappointed that it doesn't do it by itself.
Yeah, that's lame.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was interactive with the wands.
But then I also don't know if I'm confident enough to be able to tell it where to go anyway.
No, I wouldn't. I'd have to learn.
You could learn.
I like these little
but
things.
if you could like do some little things with your wand, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Make these light up or something.
Okay.
Just check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I like when he did that at the Quidditch thing.
What does he say?
Greetings, all. I
I
could.
fumbled it.
That would be cool though if you could just have like a booming
Yeah.
voice every time you did this.
I'd like to be able to. Probably I need it more than anybody. Be able to go like
Just take some brain cells out,
memory.
free up some space.
Store my memories. Could free up some space, but also I would remember things. But then I would have to remember to check my.
You wouldn't.
Memories.
You wouldn't.
But then it's like
You would just lose it.
like a remember all wouldn't do anything for me because I'm always forgetting something. I will never remember what that thing is.
Here's a question that I've never thought of. This is live. This is a live thought. If you take a memory out before you even put it in the pensieve, correct me if I'm wrong.
Conceive.
Pensieve, there you go. If you take it out, do you forget it?
I don't think so, because I feel like
Or is it just a copy?
Dumbledore, like you see Dumbledore putting things in, like taking memories out, and I don't think he forgets them.
But do you then like have to go back and like it would be weird if you were like, oh, here's a memory I didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
Like you would have to know what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's got to
yeah.
be just a copy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Horse show was fun. It was hot.
It was very hot. But if we were going to be hot somewhere, WEC was the place to be hot.
I agree.
It had good places to eat. We loved Ralph's.
Miss Tilly.
Miss Tilly's.
Miss Tilly's.
I wasn't a huge fan of Philo's.
No.
Not
Flo's?
A huge, Flo's.
Close.
No, there's an I. It was a really cool thing. So since Denver couldn't come and I wasn't showing, what we really mainly focused on was we watched a lot of Hunter Under Saddle and Western Pleasure to film and film people that we knew. And we were able to get Jamie English to take some time and explain the Hunter Under Saddle and do a demonstration for us. We were not able to get Aaron to do the demonstration at this time, so we did film him quite a bit, and hopefully he can do the demonstration either in Texas next time we go or at the next horse show that's in less than a month.
Yeah.
And then I would say today I had a lot of fun watching the Versatility. So they have a new class called the English Versatility, and Lainey DeBoer, I know that it originated with the Paint Horse Association, and then Lainey DeBoer met with people there that were over it and has brought it over to the quarter horse side of things. And it's essentially a class to help add a flat class for the English horses so that if you're having one that you're trying to get ready to jump, or maybe one's too old to jump, or you have one that maybe isn't talented in jumping, but you still want to do something past the Hunter Under Saddle, or you're trying to train a horse to do the equitation on the flat. Like, it's just really good for a lot of things. So essentially, you have all the gaits. You do walk, trot, canter. It's a pattern. You hand gallop. You'll do speed changes. You'll do lots of transitions. They have poles. Sometimes they'll even raise them up to be cavalettis. And it's just really a cool, versatile event. And so we went and watched that this morning, and Lainey DeBoer did a demonstration for us, and so those videos will be coming as basically like introductional videos, instructional, educational about those classes. So yeah, basically we turned this trip into like an educational video making, and we did the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've said this before, a big part of what I'm hoping to accomplish through social media with the Quarter Horse Association is encouraging more people to learn about it, be a part of it, even if you're not showing, spectate it, fall in love with it. And if we're going to encourage people to spectate, then we need to give them the tools to know how to be respectful at horse shows, to know the do's and don'ts. And so there's more than the 10 we did. So we'll probably do a part 2 at the next horse show. But we did quite a few here. So, and we did some acting out of them as well. So we put on our acting shoes.
I'm anxious to see how that turns out. I think it's going to be funny.
Well, if the editing's bad, we know who's at fault.
Justin.
The versatility was my favorite.
I think so.
Both of these were like, I'd do that.
I do that.
It looked more fun to
Okay.
me.
Okay, if you could choose any horse out of my barn, you can have first dibs. If
I was
we,
gonna say we know. Me and Nate are both gonna say Sophie.
but I'm saying any horse. I'm not. It isn't like pretend that none of them are pregnant. Pretend whatever. If you could choose any horse to do the English versatility on,
Trudy.
Trudy.
I'd pick Trudy.
That's a good answer.
Does it have to be one that? Well, I guess you're saying like ones that you could potentially like get out there and do it now.
I'm saying any of the adults. It doesn't matter if they're like super trained or not. Like, who would you want to do it on?
Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Weezy's cool.
See, here's the thing: is Wheezy is who I would love to do this with. So we're hoping that that's something she's doing next year.
Yeah.
And we had talks about potentially in the future, because Denver is he's a large horse. He's like 16 hands. He's a large moving horse as well. So obviously we were focusing on the Western now, trying to do the Western riding and the trail. But once he's a lot more solid in those classes and we feel like he could handle mentally another class, why not do a little English riding on him and be that much more versatile? And so we potentially could do the hunter under saddle and the English versatility with him. So that could be really fun.
Is there a difference? Like
In what?
when, let's say Denver's out there showing in an English class versus a Western class, are any of his tell him what to do is different? Or is it all the same?
I would say a horse that is trained specifically just for English classes would probably have a little bit different buttons. But since he's been trained mainly for the Western, those buttons would just kind of translate over. So, yeah, I think it would be a little bit different than if you got on one that was specifically just for like the hunter events and the didn't have necessarily the slow down buttons that he had.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it probably would be a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had a good time. It was different. We went out to dinner a few nights.
Some good dinners.
Some good dinners.
Phenom dens.
We bought a guitar.
We did.
We did buy a guitar.
Because we were like, we need to be able to jam, and then we didn't jam. And
We
then
jammed many times.
but we're gonna take it home and it's gonna be the shop guitar.
There'll be a
So
lot of jamming there.
we'll do some jamming. And then yeah, really it was different. There was a lot less to do due to the fact that I wasn't showing. But I think we still made a good trip out of it. So other than golf, which I felt so bad because it was Jonathan's entire idea to go golfing.
Yeah.
And he was so excited. And then he's left-handed. And he gets there. He had called ahead, been like, hey, do y'all have left-handed clubs? And they're like, yeah, boss, we're good. He gets there. All they had was a putter and a sand wedge that was a youth size. And he's a big man.
It was a sight.
And he's a big man. And that was all he could use for the
handled it
entire
well.
thing.
He actually got called the big guy.
The big guy, he did.
He
He's a
did.
big guy.
Left-handed. He goes, were left hands for you? He goes, no. The big guy? Yeah.
because he is a big guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so it was sad. He definitely was bummed, but next time they got free golf next time we come on that.
For 4 people. So
For 4 people,
Yeah, we put that in there.
you got to keep that.
We did.
we're about to use it.
Yeah, it got placed into my care.
If we were to come back to World Equestrian Center, I think it'd be September because they have a big show in September.
Good call.
Great
So.
golf weather.
Yeah.
And by then I'll be,
You will be solid. We'll bring our own clubs.
100%.
100%.
We'll start bringing our clubs pretty much everywhere we go, I think.
Yeah,
You can just about get a quick 9 in anywhere.
We'll have room.
Yeah, we'll have room.
Why not?
They've decided they're driving everywhere now.
I love driving. I would much rather drive. I love to drive. That's where I get all my serious thinking out of the way.
I'm good driving. Like, I really am. For the years that I showed heavily, we would drive 12 hours, whatever. Like a 6-hour drive, that's nothing. You know, like we were always on the road going to horse shows. But I've been out of it for a little bit. And so I'm definitely a little bit more like, ugh.
I know I won't be this way forever, but I am now.
I think for me, I'm not a big driver. I'm a medium driver, but I'm a small rider. I don't like being in a car.
Me either.
But
I hate
if
it.
I can drive my own vehicle, I often have no problem.
I hate to ride.
I also hate to ride.
So
I'm ready to break into these
You gonna
beans.
bust out these beans or what?
I think we should do the
frog
beans.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. We've also all week been playing What Are the Odds? I don't know what we can even do while we're sitting here, but I think as things come to our brains, we should throw out some What Are the Odds. So just to preface, What Are the Odds is a game where you think of something and you're like, okay, hey Nate, what are the odds that you finish out the podcast shirtless? And then he'd say
1 in 30.
1 in 30. And then if me and him say the same number that's 1 to 30, he has to do it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're like 1, 2, 3, 10.
4. He's safe.
I'm safe.
Okay.
Okay,
So
what are the odds you do the rest of the podcast? So you're really getting down my Wingardium Leviosa. And you know,
I don't think you are.
Wow.
speaking of,
I've been really getting down my Wingardium Leviosa.
speaking of, actually, I was super let down, like as a youth, when I found out it wasn't Wingardium Leviosa. It's
Wingardium.
Wingardium. It's Expelliarmus, and like the American version is just
Hey.
it.
Yeah.
Whoa! What'd we get?
It's the chocolate frog.
What'd we get?
Get this out of the way.
Oh, I don't
Is it
even,
Dumbledore?
I don't even like know who this is. Beatrix Bloxham.
Well, who is it? It's a famous wizard.
So what's in here?
I think it's just chocolate.
Is it just chocolate?
Beatrix Bloxham was the author of Toadstool Tales, a collection of wholesome and pure children's stories that have been found to cause uncontrollable retching in children.
Oh.
So would you tell it when your kid was in trouble?
That's what Beatrix.
Sugar, cocoa butter, milk, chocolate liqueur.
Do we need a knife? Break off a couple pieces?
Let me see.
Yeah, take it.
Ooh,
Defendo.
Just a little foot?
little ASMR.
Why?
Okay, go ahead.
Are you just gonna bite into it?
I was just gonna bite the little toe off.
Okay, bite the toe and then let's see what it is. Is it just regular milk chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't eaten chocolate in a minute.
That's a big head.
Chocolate frog.
Give me them jelly beans.
Okay. So these jelly beans are horrific.
They're
Right
bad.
here. Oh yeah.
Some of them
Not
are.
all of them.
Some of it should have every flavor.
Read off some of the flavors. I just remember Dumbledore being
Ah.
like, earwax.
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 But alas, earwax. We have bogies,
Ugh.
banana,
Which is probably not good either. Earwax, green apple, black pepper, vomit, soap, rotten egg, marshmallow, earthworm, blueberry, cinnamon,
Earthworm?
watermelon, sausage, candy floss, dirt, cherry, tutti frutti, grass, and sherbet lemon.
Earthworm?
It sounds like there's a lot more
Earthworm.
worse ones. So how do you want to do this?
I
think
will
we-
not be partaking. I'm
Oh,
so
you
sorry.
gotta eat. Everybody
You
has
have
to
to eat
eat
one?
one.
I promise you I won't.
have to eat one. You have to eat one.
No, I don't.
We're not just gonna sit here and chow on them, but we have to.
I didn't even think we were partaking.
Oh,
I was always partaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
We each get one, and we have to guess
Listen
the
to me.
flavor.
Listen to me. You can choose to partake. I'm choosing not to partake. I'm so sorry. If you want me to throw up all over this table, sure.
Kind of.
Okay.
What are the odds you get?
Okay.
What are the odds I eat one? 1 to 1,000.
You gotta make it a little bit more playable.
No.
1 to 100? Play 1 to 100. Play 1 to 100.
Do 1 to 10.
1 to 100.
1 to
Here
10.
we go, 1 to 100.
Okay, 1 to 100.
1 to 100. 3, 2, 1.
61.
47.
Sick.
Close your eyes.
How do you know which one's which?
It says.
Okay. So you know which one it is before you eat it?
No, we don't have the
Okay.
thing. Oh no.
What'd you get?
Hold on, she doesn't know.
Solid green. It's got to be
Ooh.
like bogey.
I would think bogey
Or
would be a little more
grass.
yellow though.
It's got to be grass.
Okay.
What if it's apple?
Okay, hold on. Let's show
Okay,
Katching what
yours.
we have.
Okay.
No,
No, don't
I'm not
us
saying
yet.
what it is.
Oh.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm just okay. Yours could be one of two,
Okay.
and yours also could
That's
be
never good.
kind of one
That's
of two.
never good.
So we'll see which one.
Do we have to eat the whole thing?
Do we go at the same time?
I think we
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
swallow.
get the whole-
We got-
No, let's go one at a time
You gotta
because
swallow.
we gotta.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. 3.
Wait, everyone at the same time or one at a
No,
time?
one at a time.
One at a
Here,
time.
Do one.
Did you get a good one?
Lemon.
So
Wow.
that's sherbet lemon.
Alright, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Yum.
It's tutti frutti.
Oh,
There's no way I get a good one, right?
Yours is one of two. I'm not sure which one it's
That
gonna
tastes
be.
like bubblegum.
You gotta really establish it first.
Is it apple or grass?
I really don't know. I guess it's grass.
Oh, nice.
Ew.
Ugh.
It's grass.
Must be grass.
It's gotta be grass.
If he didn't have an immediate positive reaction, it's gotta be grass.
It wasn't really gross though.
Well, that was fun.
Glad we played.
So that was a little bit of a mess talking about.
Sorry.
I don't.
She's signing off.
But we're gonna do-
Oh, okay.
He literally just like, yeah, do it again.
Wait a minute.
I hope y'all. I hope y'all caught all of that. I know we were a little bit all over the place. We are super excited to have come here this week. We're excited for what is in the future. So let us know what you'd like to hear about in the next Catching Up with Katie episode, and we'll see you in the next one. So we're gonna just do a little.